now we've got that, we want to just move down to our final section, which is our footer, and we're just going to put some information in here. Normally, as you can see in the example, we have this site was created and designed by ... This is where you put information like that, or even if you wanted a quick jump navigation, or even if you wanted a quick jump navigation, you could have things like terms and conditions, any privacy policies or anything like that, or links to other places. You can put that, your address, your postcode, etc. I'm just going to put in a piece of information about who created it. So I'm just going to go inside here. I'm going to put a p tag, and I'm going to put site created by James, and then I'm going to close that tag. There we go. So for the most part, I'm now happy with how I think I've got the content in here. If I save that and I preview that now, you will see that it looks nothing like our example. And the way that we're going to go about doing that, as we mentioned before, is we're going to jump into the cascading style sheets, and we'll start to notice things happen.
Now we've got our HTML structure in place, we're going to be looking to apply our cascading style sheets. Cascading style sheets, or the rules within cascading style sheets, allow us to apply presentation to our website. As you can see from the diagram above, when we deal with HTML, CSS and JavaScript, which we'll be looking at later, we usually put this in a structured 3-layer level. The 3 layers work on the fact that we have presentation at the top, which deals with cascading style sheets, the scaffolding or the structure, which is HTML, JavaScript, which is at the bottom, which people don't normally see because it's hidden in the background. So we're going to look at, in this instance, how we can apply the styles to our web pages to make it look like our goal of our storyboard here. Now, in this instance, what we want to do is we can jump into where we created our style tags in HTML earlier on, and we're going to click inside there on line number 9. Now, it's always a good process to try and think of working your outside way in to your web page content. So we're going to look at the fact that we have a body, because as we can see, we have the first tag when we go into the area where everything is visual is having the body, and on our body we've got, on our illustration here, we've got a grey background, and in order to achieve that we're going to use some new tags, but also some new ways of programming and coding our website. So what we want to do is we want to identify the area that we're going to be targeting, which in this instance is body. Now within body, we want to apply a number of different styles. So what we do is we create an open bracket, and then we do a close bracket. Now anything that we want to apply in terms of style to body will be found within these 2 brackets. So as I mentioned, we want to have a nice grey background. And with cascading style sheets, a lot of the keywords or the terms or tags that we use are quite straightforward. So because we want to target the background colour, we can type in background, and as soon as you start typing background, Notepad++ is very good. It notices that there are a few options for us available in the cascading style sheet rules, and we want to choose background colour. Now you can either click on this with your mouse, or you could type the whole thing out, or if you start pushing down on your arrow keys, you can choose the option you want, and I'm going to choose background colour and press enter. So that's the area that we're going to identify that we want to change and to want to focus on. Now we're going to give it a value, and the values for these things come after a colon. So there's my endpoint, and I want to put a value after that colon. When we create web pages with lots of colours, we have a lot of colours that we can choose from. Something in the region of 16.5 million different colours that we can choose. We can't remember the names of them all, so we use what's known as hexadecimal colour coding. And hexadecimal colour coding is presented using a hashtag, and then we can apply either a 6 letter and number value or a 3-letter and number value. I'm going to show you the 6-letter number and letter value just so that it makes it clearer for you going forwards. So I'm going to work on that I want a grey colour. Now for grey we need to put in E, 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 E. So it should have 6 E's. Now that's the end of that statement and that declaration. So I'm now going to press semicolon. That finishes that statement. That means I'm allowed to, if I click on the enter return now, I can apply another rule to that body tag. So in this bit I'm going to add a new rule called padding. And I'm going to set the value of this to 0 and put 0 and then semicolon. I'll explain to you why we're doing this later on in the video. So at the moment I'm quite happy with that and I'm going to save it. Now if we jump into and open up or run our page in Edge from what we've saved, you'll notice that once we load it up and we refresh it if you've got it open already, we now have a grey colour coming through on here, which is exactly what we want to see. And we're going to carry on adding more rules and more styles to hopefully achieve this outline here. So we've now dealt with and we're playing around with our body area. We're going to now look into this area here, which is called our wrapper.